Okay, good day. This is another day. I still remain Osezwa Anthony Elimihe. Today I'll be taking a look at the topic identity, the issue of identity. The truth is that in this world, there are bound to be pains, heartaches, disappointments, and all sorts of negative occurrences. In fact, I just call them negative occurrences. That is not supposed to be it. They become negative when you label them as negative, but occurrences are meant to be feeling neutral. They are meant to be interpreted by you. Now, it is the interpretation that you give to these occurrences that make them your reality. Now, the idea is this: pains will come, but suffering is a decision that you have to make. You cannot stop anyone else from doing what they have to do. You can't stop somebody that has been wounded by the world, by society, by family, by backgrounds from bleeding. And if the person is in your space, he will bleed, they will bleed on your space. But it is how you respond to the bleeding that determines your reality. This is very important. Your response to activities, your response to events are the building blocks of your life. Now, this is where we talk about identity, right? I'm sure you have, maybe you know about the calibration of the human mind, the various segments of the mind. We talk about the identity side, we talk about the intellect side, we talk about the memories, we talk about, of course, the ego. Now, we are all of these segments, all of these compartments, or is it the intelligent centers of the mind? They are working all at the same time. Okay, a person's tone of voice, a person's appearance, a person's posture, poise are all push outs of all of these working together. But the core things that we take to take our decisions are memories. Now, memories are often a record or records of events, of words, of actions, all kinds of things with a sort of emotion attached to it. And those emotions are actually happening on the basis of the states the person was at the time this event happened. And each time you see and connect with those memories, those emotions come back up. Now, this is why it is being said that when you are in an environment of occurrences where things are happening, give a positive interpretation. Because when you give them negative interpretations, they are going to be stored. And over time, they are going to operate without you even knowing it. They connect with your subconscious and begin to function as a program running at the background. So little things trigger you off. Why? Because they connected with that emotion of the memory that you are not even aware of right now. The subconscious mind works without taking permission from you. So when you sit down and realize that you are just unhappy, you are sad, you feeling morose, you just don't know nothing has happened, but you are just not happy. Understand that a program is running. So what you need to do is to create a gap between you and your feelings, between you and your emotions, and you stop to ask a simple question: what is running at the background right now? You have heard people say that I didn't know what come over me. I didn't know what happened. I just snapped. Oh yes, they snapped. Snapping simply means that the person's conscious mind went out of the circuit. Okay, the subconscious mind can go off the circuit any time of the day. Once you are not conscious, once you are not observant, you go out of the circuit. And then what happens is that the program that's at the background of your mind begins to run. And when this happens, you do things that you will live to regret later. Sometimes you have said, I will never do this thing again. It is true, you meant it. But the reality is that the person that is making the promise is not the program. When the person making the promise goes out of circuit, which is the conscious mind, what happens is that the unconscious mind, the subconscious mind, the ego will run. The cells will run. So it has to do with how well you program your mind on a daily basis. How you take interpretations, how you take the things that you see around you and give meanings to them, they count above all else. So, identity is, do not identify with your pains. Do not identify with your emotions. Note them. Accept that they have a right to run at the time they are running, but distance yourself from them. They are not you. You are not mind. You are not even the intellect. So how can you be the ego? You are not. So the capacity to create a distance, a space between you and what you feel is key. That is where the concept of identity comes in. Most of the times, your experiences, your background information in forms of memories with their negative interpretations and energies are running, and you think that is you. It is not. Keep your identity with things that are positive, things that you know you will be happy to experience tomorrow. But don't identify with things. Because sometimes when you are unhappy, when the program is running, you don't want to have any other thing but that program. And that in itself is negative and it is hurtful. Stick to yourself, keep your identity going, and let it be on things that you will be happy to identify with all the days of your life. Thank you.